Folks, we are back. The Breakdown Boys, FaZe Sensei.
Ooh, I'm feeling fantastic, bro. I'm not 100% yet from feeling sick, but you know how you're sick?
Yep.
And it's like you don't care about anything else and you start feeling better?
Mm-hmm. It's like a weight gets lifted off your shoulders.
Yes.
And off my shoulders.
Rejuvenated.
I can't hold a lot of weight on these bad boys anyway. They're a little narrow. Okay, you don't have to flex the meat, bro.
I started cramping, bro. I'm still a little sick. I started cramping.
He's like, yeah, not feeling that well. But as you can see, what is holding these shoulders right now, that breakdown merch, potentially coming in soon. You guys are going to see us with that on Fight Week. But Sensei, speaking of Fight Week,
woo!
We have now started the build to Creator Clash. And as this video goes out, I think the fight will be tomorrow. So people are getting their final look at the entire card. We're not going to break down the entire card because, let's be honest, Sensei, it's 12 fights, brother. 12 fights. It's a long night. 24 fighters. But what we're going to do is break down the main event because I think, Sensei, and this is just my feelings on the situation, the winner of the main event, obviously if it's IDubbbz, he's going to remain the man on Creator Clash. But if it's Alex Wassabi, we've been saying, or at least I've been saying this for a long time, Alex is dangerous wherever he goes in the scene. Okay?
Facts.
So everyone's got a big opportunity here. I want to do some final predictions because you are sadly not a part of the event this year. It's going to be final predictions on you, but we're also going to break down the fight. So let's get it started. And we're going to start with your boy Alex Wassabi, the challenger, coming in. And I say your boy because, Sensei, you guys had some recent link-ups for some training you guys did together that has been kind of under wraps, right? Not really talked about.
Yeah. It was right around Christmas time, literally the holidays.
Okay. So with that being said, can you tell me, we're going to watch this together here, can you tell me what, without giving away any, pertinent information, what you saw from Alex and what he's bringing into this fight?
See, it's similar to Gib, right? Where Gib was a guy, he's tough, right? Technical, but we didn't know if he had the power behind the shots.
Okay.
And that's the thing that I think that Alex is going to showcase this time.
Okay, so what you're saying is...
He's a guy that we've seen off the back foot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Touching, sticking, and moving. But he may bring the fight this time, bro.
Well, listen. The last time we saw Alex was against Deji. And he was on the front foot, right? He was on the front foot with Deji because Deji just didn't really throw. But that wasn't just because Deji didn't really throw. It was because Alex was doing things with his jab, with his pressure, that wasn't allowing Deji to get there. And the one thing that everyone has said about Alex is, well, I guess it's two things. He doesn't have power because he didn't put Deji away, and he doesn't have a chin, which I guess is derived from the fact that he got knocked down from Fuzi years ago. Now, that's yet to be seen. We don't really know how Alex responds to a big-time punch yet. Or at least I've seen it, but we haven't seen it in a fight. I've seen it with headgear on, watching him do some spars up at Valoria's gym. But you've seen him on one of these occasions start to, like you said, unload some power. So we're going to walk through a little bit, just a little teaser, a little taste of FaZe Sensei and Alex Wassabi working together in the dojo. So talk to me about this as we go through it.
Appreciation. You're going to have some new appreciation for this because you've been in the dojo.
I know. Now I've been in there. I'm seeing the pole that everyone avoids. This is great. So I want you to walk through it as I'm playing this, and I want you to tell me what exactly Alex showed you here.
Well, I see the jab still.
Yeah.
But that right hand, see how it's just similar to the jab.
Right.
Right? Both punches are similar.
Yeah.
Right? The crack and sound on the pad, the weight. When you're watching it, it's not like touch jab and then boom. It's just kind of pop, pop.
Right.
Right? And that's when I was watching him, that's the thing I wanted to see is power. And power we talk about here it's not about strength.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And sometimes it's not about speed. It's about weight transfer. And sometimes when you're very technical, right, you don't commit behind those punches, right? Because you're just trying to make contact, you're trying to be really sharp with your technical, so you don't get that big weight transfer that you're looking for, the torque. And with power punches, if you're gonna
hold on, I gotta interrupt. You said the twerk. You don't get behind your punches?
No, the torque.
Because I can twerk behind my punches. Trust me.
You swirl behind your punches.
I just want you to know I twerked in front of Jake Paul. I ain't afraid to twerk in front of nobody.
I saw that.
You know what I mean? So, okay, you twerk behind your punches.
I'm pretty sure.
It was a swivel. It was a swivel, I will say. I'm pretty sure you know a lot about twerking behind your punches because goddamn that ass. What are we saying right here, buddy? Hey, yo.
Bro, that was thick Sensei, bro. That was right after the holidays, bro. Look at that. I'm like a whole 205, I think.
Dumpy. Okay.
I'm like a fullback at this point, bro.
Facts.
Look at my face.
You got a full back for sure, bro. So... I'm just saying, this is what do you want me to do, bro? Shit to my face.
He said a full back.
You got a full back, buddy. But anyway, yes, you need to put some power in your hips all the way through the shot, right? That's what you're saying. What are you smiling? What are you smiling for? What? But yes, that's what you need. You need to put some power through the hips. And that's not what Alex is doing here. And so I guess what I'm assuming is you wanted to see more of that as this session kind of went on, right?
Yes, and I assume he does power shots, but when I just asked for the 1-2, that's how he was throwing them.
Right.
I'll put a lot behind your right hand.
So right there, you say put a lot behind your right hand. So you noticed it there, right?
Yeah, I was like, show me what you got. Because you don't even have to hit like faster. Fully. Oh, look at that, buddy. Look at that. He's like, you know what's funny? If you go back, he's like, all right, cool, bet. He was like, all right,
bro,
you want to see it now?
Bro, when I say I've been trying to tell people that Alex has an innate, very good muscle memory for this sport. And people have told me, no, Wassabi, not. I'm telling you now, there's not many people that get it like he gets it. Yeah. And it just shows. Like he just, okay, cool, watch. Okay. Bruh.
And here, what we were talking about, too, is I say it in a moment, but he's putting more effort into that shot for it to be more powerful.
Okay.
And what I try to tell him is that it's going to be hard to do that. Sometimes when you're trying to be efficient with your energy, you don't throw power shots because you obviously don't want to gash yourself out.
And we're talking 6 rounds here, 6 threes.
Right. But you don't have to put that much more energy into a shot. You have to just put the weight behind the shot.
Right.
Because power comes from weight. So if I just transfer my weight but put the same amount of energy, right, the person's going to feel that shot a lot differently.
Right.
So it's knowing how to do that to be powerful and to deliver impact without being like, oh, I need to try harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that you can learn, okay, when I want to sit on a shot, that's like the idea of sitting on a punch. When you want to sit in a shot, it just comes within the flow of the combination and you're not overextending or loading up the shot or trying to put more stress into it. It's like, okay, I need to find power, but while being efficient at the same time.
Right. Efficient power is what we're looking for. And Alex, like I said, that might be the one missing key, but the man's got some pop, man. I mean, you felt it on the pads. What's that right hand feel like?
Bro, there's a couple more.
You start to kind of show your hand a little bit. You see that? You're like, hold on.
Yep, there's one, though, at the end. I think I remember that. I was like, whoa. Okay. Not yet. Oh, see right there, a little bit more weight behind it now.
I'm saying.
And I think I mentioned it right now. I think at this point I mentioned it.
Just be heavier.
He said, that's it. Don't go faster. Just be heavier.
And that's like karate background too. Just
bro.
I think Nick Diaz one time said that he fought somebody. He was like, dude, these karate guys have so much power. They got like weird power because they break boards all the time or something. It's because when we yell and scream, but it's just like that weight transfer part of it. But there's a right hand here that
bang.
Just be heavier. Okay. So no more speed. Okay. Don't try to be more powerful. Just try to be heavier with the cross.
I think this is the one.
Well, that cuts off there, but.
Oh, it cuts off there. But that you could tell that last one there, right?
That last one, you felt it and you were like, that's it. Less speed, less effort, just more heavy on it.
Yeah, find that without having to be like, without having to stress for it.
Right.
Just find that weight behind those shots. And then whenever you want to do that, you go, okay, I think I got him. Boom.
Boom.
That's the one that knocks somebody out. That's the one that really hurts them when they feel they start shaking in their boots.
Yes. Now, granted, that is just a mid session, right? That isn't.
Yep.
Seeing Alex live, working against an opponent, and we don't have any of that right now. We just don't. So that's what we have to go off of. But I would say from what you've seen from Alex in the past and working with him on the mitts, what are his keys to victory here versus IDubbbz?
I think his footwork and his movement, his activity, because with IDubbbz, right, he was a bit flat-footed off the front foot. I will say he was fighting a bigger guy, though.
Yeah, naturally 200-pounder.
Right, but Dr. Mike wasn't moving a lot.
Standing in front of him.
Right, standing in front of him. So I think Alex his movement, right, doing that stick and move, and then trying to frustrate Ian, getting Ian to overextend, getting IDubbbz to overextend and get too much on that front foot, sticking his head out there, throwing those looping shots, and then Alex trying to slide away and find those opportunities and land in these newfound power shots.
I think Alex,
that's the key for him.
With the straight punches, is going to make a big difference because Ian throws straight punches, but like we saw last year, and we're going to have to see the development. We're going to watch some sparring footage here from recent.
Okay.
A little bit of tech sparring, but you saw Ian look a lot of overhands last year off the jab. There's a lot of looping shots, a lot of shots around the guard, not necessarily through it, which I understand. Mike's a bigger guy, can't really touch him with those straight shots like you can maybe if you're slipping and moving your head and getting off center line and throwing some looping shots around the guard. And plus, Mike, we saw this in the Chris Avila fight, very much high guard walks forward, right? So those shots may not present themselves down the pipe. Ian did a good job of that last year and landed some shots, but I think Alex, on the counter, that's where Alex, I think, will be able to capitalize. But let's take a look. We have some sparring footage from Ian here. This is him working against our boy. I think this is our boy Star Killer from last year. So I think this is, I think that's who it is. They're just moving around a bit, and let's take a look.
Let's see what we say.
I mean, off rip, we see what could be a pull right hand here.
Wait, I ain't seeing what we seeing, bro.
Oh, my fault, G, my fault.
I'm over here like, did I do something?
Oh my god! So off rip, again, they're just tech sparring, just moving around, but hey, right, a little hit. But we're seeing Ian again in the gray here. Just throw some punches forward.
Yep.
I would say out of the two of them, Ian's probably the bigger guy.
Yeah.
Again, he's, I think, 6 foot, 6'1", naturally.
Yeah, that's
kind
the
of a
thing
bigger
too.
frame.
It's so tough because we don't have a lot of a lot of fights on these guys.
I know.
So they haven't fought a lot, but so we saw him against Dr. Mike. That's our memory. But Dr. Mike was a bigger dude, and he's giving him some weight. And with Alex, you're going to see a lot more evenly matched. So how does that play?
Ian turning over shots a little better. Again, this is just little stuff, but turning over shots a little better than we saw him last year here, right? Boom, boom. Again, not too much to take away. They're barely moving. I mean, right hand there.
I'm trying to see what they're even trying to accomplish here.
I think it's just a little move around.
They're just throwing twos
AB,
back
we
and
got to
forth.
figure that part out, buddy.
Yeah,
figure that part out, my man.
See, that's the thing. I gotta say something. I know the coaches are working with him, but for me, like when you're working, we're talking with my boy Jasper, right?
Yep.
When we're talking about new guys who don't have the luxury of time and they're supposed to be fighting,
yep, you gotta have them
be
fight.
Super critical. No, stop doing that. Never do that again. Like when you move back and his hands were like underneath his face and he's trying to lean away, sir, never do that again, or don't show up in the gym again because that's what gets you knocked out.
That's what gets you hurt. 100%.
And if someone's just learning the game, you can go, okay, it's no big deal. You don't have to throw everything all at once, but dudes are getting in there and risking themselves. You got to be super critical with these major mistakes. What else we got here?
So we got this again. This is from the live stream of the open workout. Obviously, IDubbbz wasn't going to show a ton here, but he's working. I just want to get some shots here on the mitts or something that we can see. This is him hitting the body pad that S-Fan was wearing. Again, not a ton to take away from this, man, but just some jabs here.
But see, here's the thing. This is even like this. IDubbbz is the guy that walks forward,
right,
and he was able to land some shots.
Yeah.
On Dr. Mike, right?
Yeah.
And Dr. Mike's a bigger guy. So if I'm trying to think of IDubbbz not with the picture of him fighting Dr. Mike, right? Giving that fair share. And I think that does pose a lot of problems for Alex because a bigger guy like that who's going to walk forward and is tough as nails and is willing to trade with you.
Yeah.
If Alex sometimes getting those combinations and he's not throwing a power shot and he's going, touch right hand and Ian's sitting on something. That's where it gets dangerous because I think that's a key to victory for IDubbbz here. That make sure when he gets into the pocket, make sure when he throws those punches, he throws that leather because I think
throw
that
with
Alex
intention
may revert.
for sure.
If Alex reverts to just kind of like pop shotting and he's in the this is what happened with him and Fusi.
Yeah.
If you remember, he was scoring, he was pop shotting, and Fusi was kind of playing that game with him. And then Fusi said that round, he said, nope,
Cool.
I'm coming straight at him. And I'm just going to throw hammers. They traded. And then Alex had the, turn the head a little bit, that pressure. And if you're not throwing that, and we know that IDubbbz can do that, bro. We saw him go toe-to-toe. We're like, bro, should this fight be stopped maybe? We were worried about he's going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
And he was returning shots. So if he gets into a firefight like that with Alex has got to be willing to throw those punches with intention, because if he doesn't, I could easily see IDubbbz land a knockout.
Yeah. I
right
mean,
back. You know what I mean?
It is going to be interesting to see what kind of power, and obviously it's going to be mostly off of the technique he's built since that fight that IDubbbz is going to come with this time around. Now, again, we saw this. This was, again, a long time ago. We just don't have a lot of footage on either guy, but we did see Alex pressured by a real guy in Brian Valoria's gym, and this is how he responded to that pressure, right? He's on his back foot, boom, boom, right hand, right? Puts him on the ropes. Here comes Alex on the return. Bang, 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 bang,
Oi,
bang.
oi, oi, oi.
I'm saying, man, the guy can return.
That's a beautiful look right there.
I know. And he returns
If
with
that
some
guy
power.
If that guy shows up, fight night,
Yeah. Boom, boom,
this guy
boom,
right here, boom, boom, boom.
And again,
Heavy shots.
heavy stuff with accuracy. That's a real guy he's in there with. That's one of Valoria's pros that he's in there with. And he lands a real shot. Like, granted,
He landed a couple of real shots.
that's what I'm saying. A left hook, too.
That
Like,
right straight off the double jab, and then
Yeah.
the left hook,
boom,
and the
boom,
right straight
pop,
after
pop,
that.
pop.
That 2-3-2. Because right, bang, bang, bang.
I'm just saying, man. People thought we should sleep on Alex because of the whole concussion thing and the KSI situation. I'll ask you this, and I know this is going to get heat, but I'm just going to ask it.
Ask away, brother.
Ask away, brother. If this Alex showed up to fight KSI, and granted, this was not the Alex that. Actually, no, this was the Alex that was about to fight KSI. This was sparring
Yes, it
footage
was.
from the KSI fight. If this Alex showed up to fight KSI, how do you think that fight goes down?
It's going to be a lot more competitive than people imagine. I think it would be competitive.
Now, would that Alex versus this KSI be as competitive? Again, we're grasping at straws here, but KSI now having some experience under his belt, coming back into the scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough because this is only sparring, right?
Right.
We haven't seen the entire sparring.
This could be the highlight of the spar, for all we know.
And just based off that right there is a little concerning. So, like, if you go back to the beginning of that clip,
Watching this guy eat up Alex's range.
He's waiting. He's waiting. This guy lands something and doesn't follow up. And Alex pauses.
Pause right here,
Like,
where
okay,
KSI is coming.
Because right now, Alex is waiting still.
Yep.
You know,
And he
and then
goes.
since the guy backed up, he opened the door, and then Alex took it.
Yep.
But really, that's JJ. That's not gonna.
That's
you know
JJ
what I mean?
just following up.
And you
more.
see right
Boom,
here how he's
boom.
waiting,
That's
waiting,
the
waiting,
start.
and and he slides back like that. That's a little.
Yep.
When I see that, I'm like, dude, JJ might may not be
tee
able to
off.
recover from that storm. If Alex like immediately, you
If
see
Alex
how
would have just boom.
see how he recovers there, and then he goes, okay, now I can go.
Yeah.
But if he went immediately, like the shot was as
Boom,
the
boom,
shots
bang.
are coming, he's already returning.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing a guy who's looking to throw his shots, not, oh shoot, I'm on defense,
hit.
and now
Let me readjust.
Okay, now-
yeah.
I got an opportunity. Let me take it now.
Right.
Because, JJ, I feel like it's going to be hard to
JJ's so confident
get those opportunities.
in his
Right.
ability to attack that for you to bring him out of that, you're going to have to hit him with big time power as he comes in to shock him.
Yeah, heavy counters. Like the
Heavy.
jab, we're
Just
not slapping
sitting down
jabs.
on that. Yeah. So
Boom, turn
would've-
that jab over.
it would have been a closer fight then. And the only reason I bring it up is because I think that people just don't see this, or they refuse to see that Alex is a dangerous guy. Like, KSI aside, the point is that Alex is dangerous for people that are new to
Right.
this scene still, right? So
Yeah.
that combined with the, again, lack of footage that we really have from IDubbbz right now, I will now put the question to you, FaZe Sensei. In this 6-round fight on April 15th, from Tampa Bay, Florida, in Creator Clash number 2. By the way, I got word that, rest in peace to Airsoft Fatty singing the national anthem. It won't be him this year, brother.
It's all right. Well, guess what? He wouldn't have been able to top that.
You know what? He will always sing our national anthem. If there's a breakdown event that we ever run, Airsoft Fatty, you will always sing our national anthem. I guarantee you that.
And he has to botch it like 4 times in a row.
Please. But, Sensei, on that night, who wins this fight?
Oh.
And how? Pro fight, 10-ounce gloves.
10 ounces, huh?
Yeah, bro, it's sanctioned this year. Sanctioned pro fight.
What did he fight in last time with Dr.
I think
Mike?
there were 14s, and they went 5-2s. Remember, thought we were going to go 4-3s, and then in the fight, we found out, oh, snap, this is 5-2s.
And what are they doing?
6-3s.
Buddy,
Yes.
what?
Yes, brother. This is real.
Okay, with that being said,
The only pro fight on the card, I think.
I think we're gonna get a decision for Alex.
Okay. Why you say
only
that?
reason is because it's 6 rounds.
Yep.
I think that both of these guys approached the first 2 rounds differently than if it was a shorter fight.
How so?
Because you're gonna want to pace yourself. I feel like,
Yep.
and I feel like both of them will. I don't see either of them wanting to come out and just try to take the other guy out really early.
Mm.
And I feel like with the way that I've seen both of them fight, that if one guy decides to slow it down, the other guy will.
Yeah, that's a great
that.
point. I was going to say, obviously, I'm not going to make any predictions on it, but I could see this being a very much feeling out process for the first couple of rounds with IDubbbz taking up a lot of the space forward and Alex allowing that and just kind of seeing, okay, how much space is he going to let me, is he going to have an opening that I can counter off of? If not,
yeah, based off what I've seen,
here.
I feel like it's like if one guy goes, hey, I want to feel out feeling process right now, the guy goes, okay, me too.
And if they both want to go, they're going to go.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think as soon as someone flips that switch, it's on, right? And then they'll stop again and reset it, and then we'll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I feel like because of that, it's going to go into the later rounds, and I feel like it's going to be hard to get a finish then.
It's just hard to finish IDubbbz at all. I mean, granted, there were 14-ounce gloves, but Mike couldn't put him down.
Right. So when you get to that point, you're tired. It's going to be harder to land those shots. You might get a lot of clinching, a lot of ugliness. But I think that Alex is just going to be too slick. And I think he's just going to edge out those rounds, It's going to be tough because he's not going to have the home crowd with him.
True.
So that's going to be tough. But I just feel like with even like those little movements right there, even though it's a text bar, we're not seeing a lot of explosive, footwork. We're not seeing movement, which you can implement in text sparring. We're seeing the similar approach that he's done before. So I feel like if Alex looking at that, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be moving on this guy, right, and not let him find me, not let him touch me, and never be available for him. So I got Alex via decision, but you never know.
You never know. There he is.
You never know.
FaZe Sensei, not necessarily the mystic predictor that I am after UFC 287. It is. Chat, clap it up in the chat. But maybe on this one. And like I said, I am so pumped to be out there on Saturday. Make sure you guys are watching Creator Clash #2. And by the time this video goes out, Sensei, it'll be 2 days before we head to Kingpin for the tournament. I will see you there, brother. In comments section, I will see you very soon. Let us know who you think wins this fight down below, because we don't have those answers. But I guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it